In this video, we shall be taking a look at string extension methods that were introduced in ES6. And make sure you stick till the end of the video because we shall look at one method that takes advantage of tagged templates, which is a feature that we looked at when we were looking at template literals. My name is Kelvin, and I am a software developer based in Nairobi, Kenya. And my goal is to help you go through technical documentations so that you may have an understanding of the tools that you're working with. If you're new here, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. You can also consider leaving a comment below. In case we mention any link in this video, you can find it in the description section of this video. Let us jump right in. The startsWith string extension method basically checks if a string begins with the characters of another string and returns a boolean. It has a very simple syntax. So we have the string, startsWith method name, then we can pass in the search string and an optional position. Let us look at an example. So I'll be searching for the word or the characters Kelvin in the string that I have specified. So we can call in text, then we can check if the first characters in the text is Kelvin. And you can see that we are getting true. So it is true that Kelvin is the first character or word in the sentence. But we can also pass in an optional second parameter, which basically indicates the position to begin the search. One thing to note is a string is an iterable and it is 0 index. So in case we want to check leaves, we can basically set the position of L as the first index. So we need to find the index of L. So we shall count from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then look at 7. So the 7th index is where leaves begin. So I pass in an optional parameter of 7. Then if I check leaves, you can see that it returns true. We can carry on, maybe leave 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We can also check in by passing in 13 to make it the first index to be checked or limit the search from the 13th index going forward. But by default, it begins at the 0 index. So if we pass in 0 and copy in Kelvin, you can see that it returns true. We can even check a part of the string. For instance, we can check if Elvin is the first character and then just change the index or the position to start with 1. Similar to the startsWith method, we also have the endsWith method. And what this basically does, it searches the string from the last word going forward. So in this case, Kenya is the last character in that string, and you can see that it returns true. But we can also limit the search by passing in the length of the string that we want to search. So in this case, by default, the length of the string will be the second parameter, which is, we can just quickly get string, the length. And in this case, let us just check. We can see that the length is 30. So we can actually subtract 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, and have Nairobi at the end, and we can see that it returns true. So basically, by passing in the length parameter, we are limiting the search of the string to only the first portion of the string and excluding the rest. And you can do it even by passing, let's say we want to limit leaves as the last string, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we can actually limit this to 12 because it is 0 index. And you can see that it returns true as expected. Another method that was introduced is includes. And basically, we can search the entire string to see if it contains the search string. So for instance, we have text and we can check if it includes leaves. And you can see that it returns true. And as with the previous methods, the includes method also includes a position parameter, which specify where to begin the search of the string. For instance, we can limit the search to only the last portion, or from here to here. And that is also based on the index. So in this case, we are searching the entire string to find the word leaves. But what if we want to limit the search to maybe from in Kenya? We can pass in 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can limit it to 6, and you can see it is still there. But the moment we go to 10, it returns false. But we can check if in is part of the text or part of the string, and we can see that it returns true. Another method that was introduced in ES6 is the repeat method. We can basically repeat a string as many times as we want. And a good use case would be maybe if you want to repeat the lyrics of a chorus, for instance. So let me just have a string of I'm happy today. And we want to repeat this chorus multiple times. So we can just basically call the repeat method on the string and pass in the number of times that we want it to repeat. Let us do 3. And you can see that it is repeating 3 times. We can even add a new line character, and you can see that it is breaking the repeat into new lines. It might come in handy, especially if you want to repeat a text multiple times without having to copy paste it. The final method that we shall look at that was introduced in ES6 is the row method. Let us imagine a scenario where you want to, in this example, print out the new line character as part of the string. In normal cases, if I print out the string of the chorus, it will automatically go to the new line. But what if I want the new line character to be printed as part of the string? That is where the string.row comes into play. So in this case, I can just add in the string.row, then convert this to template literals. And you can see that I am including the new line character as part of the string that is being rendered. If you don't know what is happening here, I will recommend that you watch my previous video on template literals, paying special attention to tagged templates. So this is an example of a tagged template. It is easier if you work with it while using template literals, but there is also another way to work with by passing in objects and raw data, but it is very cumbersome. But in order for us to also appreciate the different way of working with this, let us look at using the other method. So we can also work with passing in the raw data as an array. In this case, let us just use I am happy today. And let us just convert it back to the normal string. So in case we want to pass in other characters, we can pass them in using other arguments. So we can have empty string, then have escaped backslashes, and you can see that we can also include them as part of the string that separates this arrow string. Maybe one of the application of using the raw method would be if you want to pass, let's say, a drive path. It comes in handy. Let's say, for example, we have string.row. I will use template literals for this example. We can have the path to a drive. Let's say maybe documents, maybe profile, index.html. You can see that it basically converts the backslash into the raw form, and you are able to print the path correctly. But in case we just wanted to print the string without the row, you will see that we end up with a very jumbled up string, which might not represent what the initial intention was. In case you have found value in this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. You can also consider leaving a comment below. Any link that has been mentioned in this video will be in the description section of this video. Thank you, and see you in the next one.